Megan Flanagan with the City Center Partnership, and we are here in the Carnegie Art Center for this week's City Center Spotlight. And I'm here with Hope Cook. Thank you for having us, Hope.
You're welcome. Thanks for thinking about us and coming down and helping me.
Yeah. So tell us about the Carnegie.
Oh, the Carnegie. It's a pretty amazing space. It historically, as it sits in part of the important part of downtown city Mankato, it was the Mankato's Carnegie Library, granted in 1901 for $40,000.
Wow.
And it's one of the earliest libraries, Carnegie libraries in the state of Minnesota. And it was also, as Mankato's Carnegie, for all those years, it is, if you're interested or know about the Betsy Tacy and Maud Hart Lovelace, this is Maud Hart Lovelace's library. And this is part of that series of books. Betsy Tacy and Tib go downtown, and Betsy comes to this library, she comes up to the original reception desk, and she goes into the fireplace gallery that we call it, which was the children's room, and looks at the mural on the wall about the Isle of Delos. So we have visitors coming to the building, partly because if they're coming back to Mankato, they've moved away and come back, they remember this as their library. And Carnegie Libraries always had that connection, personal connection. People come and say, this was my library. So they'll come back and they want to make sure that we're taking care of the building, since we've owned it since 1981 when we bought it from the city of Mankato. And then we have a lot of people that are international visitors coming because of Betsy Tacy and Maud Hart Lovelace. So they're always peeking in the window and I say, you can come in and you can touch the desk and you can go into the children's room and look at the fireplace. So that's sort of the historic part of this building. Visual artists like this space because it has 15 feet of ceiling and it's got a lot of natural light coming into it, just the way that the building was designed back in 1901 when the architects from New York designed it. So it suits itself well. I think it suits itself. Some artists come in and say, well, the walls aren't white and what am I going to do with this window? I think because of its unique architectural setting, it allows the viewer to see art almost as if they would recognize it in their own home. It's not a sterile environment. It has this sort of warmth to it. I work with the artists. We have artists that have had lots of exhibitions, artists from Gustavus, MSU, but then we're also working with artists that haven't had that much experience. So designing the exhibition is we work together.
It's not just hanging things on the wall randomly, right?
I don't want an artist to walk in here and not be happy with how the work is moving and how the viewer is going to work through the exhibition where it makes a unified statement. I've had some artists that I've known that have dropped work off the gallery, come back to the reception, the paintings are upside down. So we don't want to do that. So we work really closely, the artist and I work closely with that. So the exhibition program is probably beyond the historic connection to this building. I think most people think of us as an exhibition space, gallery space. Come in and you're going to see, and we're committed to regional artists. So they're going to come in and they're going to say, with our big group shows, they're always going to say, oh, I know this person. I didn't know they did that, which is always surprising that artists are out there secretly doing it.
We have amazing artists in southern Minnesota.
Yeah, and I just think a lot of the artists are working another job, doing this in the dining room table, but they're kind of secretive, a little insecure about it, because once you put your work on the wall and you walk away and then somebody comes in and says, I really like it, there's a lot of, that's really interesting. But I think that's always, that's, performing artists go through it too. They just do it differently than a visual artist. So, it's always exciting when I'm working with artists, and then they come in, and then Steve and Russ come in and they put the lights on it, and they go, oh my, it really looks good. They're always surprised at how good their work looks when it's formally presented, rather than being in the basement shoved against the corner or whatever. The other one that a lot of people will walk in the front door, they don't want to look at the gallery show. They turn right and they go into our gallery gift shop, which over the years has, the quality level has grown and grown. So at any point in time, there are over 40 artists that are in that sales space. Janet Husak provides them with a gallery level, experience. So we're respecting the artist and making sure that their work is displayed even though there's a lot of work in there. So I think that's the other aspect where people are just surprised when they turn that corner and they see the level of quality.
Thank you so much
You're
for your
welcome.
time. Well,
Thank
you
you.
for inviting us in.
And I'll see you on Saturday for the
Absolutely.
reception.
Receptions are a lot of fun here. You get to meet the artists, get some treats, get to see new art. But again, we are at the Carnegie Art Center. This is one of the City Center's true treasures. It's a historic building, great place to see work by regional artists and purchase original work. So thank you again for watching. We'll see you next week on the City Center Spotlight.